Welcome to Sacred Space with Young Living Essential Oils. My name's Ed Dailey. I'm the Director of Global Education, and we're so thrilled you could join us today. You're going to need 2 oils today specifically. So we're going to be using Stress Away and Lavender. I know those have been put in the chat. So once you grab those oils, let's have everybody stand on up. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take a drop of our Stress Away to start with, and we're going to put it on our left hand. And there's various ways which you can use essential oils in yoga class. I like just putting them on my hands. We're going to start in mountain pose and just go ahead and just create a scent tent. And let's take about 30 seconds here just to inhale and exhale naturally this wonderful blend that I love for just a grounding action. Beautiful. Let's start with a movement sequence. Let's put our hips about hip-width distance apart. From here, we're just going to inhale the arms up over the head and let the gaze be looking downward, maybe about 6 or 7 feet in front of you, your eyes very soft. Beautiful. And an exhalation, just fold forward into a standing forward bend. And you might bend the knees a little bit. You can straighten the legs if you like. And just let the spine elongate. On your next exhalation, bend the knees and take your hands to the top of the thighs. Good, and then shift your weight a little bit, just to the left and to the right, with a gentle press of the hands on the top of the thighs. Beautiful. And then on an inhalation, stand on up. Let's try that again. We'll do a profile view this time. So just inhale the arms up over the head. Exhale, fold forward over your legs into a standing forward bend. Again, just shifting the weight from side to side, the left foot, the right foot. Sometimes you can even rub your hands together here and just take an inhalation and exhalation of the stress away. On your next exhalation, bend the knees again, take the hands to the top of the thighs. And the press of the thighs, the top of the thighs downwards, creates a grounding action energetically in the body. From here, on your next inhalation, just straighten your legs and just stand on up. Let's do it this time with a different arm sequence. Inhale the arms parallel to the ground. On an exhalation, bring the hands together in front of your chest. On an inhalation, take the arms up over the head. Continue to gaze about 6 or 7 feet in front of you, slightly downwards. Exhale, fold over your legs into a standing forward bend. Bend the knees again, take the hands to the top of the thighs. And again, just a gentle press. And from that press, the spine elongates beautifully as you feel the weight evenly on both feet. On the next inhalation, go ahead and just stand up. Then let's take our feet wide now, everybody. We're going to do just a couple of variations of a standing wide angle forward bend. You want your feet directly facing towards the front of your mat. And from here, just take your hands to your hips. The thumbs are on top of the buttocks, just gently pressing down as you lift your chest slightly. Again, the gaze is soft. On an exhalation, just spill forward, everyone. Spill forward. Let the hands come to the ground. You can be on your fingertips. If you need to use blocks, you can use blocks. And then from here, walk the hands away from the pelvis, almost like you're going to do a downward facing dog. Walking the hands back towards the pelvis, straighten the arms, lengthen the spine. Place the hands on top of the buttocks on an inhalation, come up, and then just shimmy the feet together. Good, rub your hands together, everyone. Take a nice inhalation and exhalation of the stress away again. In mountain pose. Good, let's step our feet wide again. Let's do a couple more variations of the standing wide angle forward bend. Again, hands on top of the buttocks, the thumbs are on top of the buttocks. You're gently pressing down to lift the chest slightly, but again, the gaze is soft. We're not trying to activate anything in the head or the neck. On an exhalation, just spill forward. Yes, spill forward. This time, if you can, grab a hold of your toes and elongate the spine as you inhale And then as you exhale, go ahead and release the head, neck, and chest downwards towards the ground. As you inhale, undo the grasp of the big toes, walk the hands away from the pelvis, and then go ahead and take the hands all the way over to the right, any amount. From here, pressing the left heel a little bit more, and then release the head down. And lift the head up, walk the hands back to center, walk the hands over to the left. Again, pressing the right heel this time, and then release the head down as almost if you were doing downward facing dog. Beautiful. Walk the hands back to center. Walk the hands towards your pelvis. Hands on the buttocks. Inhale, come up. And then just heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, the feet together. Inhale the arms up over the head. Again, looking, gazing down about 6 to 7 feet in front of you. Soft eyes, soft neck. And an exhale, fold forward into a standing forward bend. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. And then as you exhale, bend the knees, take the hands on top of the thighs again. And again, check the weight. Many times we stand on one foot more than the other. So a gentle press to the top of the thighs. Beautiful. On an inhalation, stand up. Inhale, the arms parallel to the ground, soft gaze. Exhale, bring the hands together in front of your chest. As you inhale, take the arms up over the head. Don't look up, continue to gaze downward. Exhale, fold over your legs, everyone. On your next exhalation, bend the knees. Take the hands on top of the thighs. Pick up all your toes now. Spread the toes and feel the weight right on the front of the heels as your spine gently elongates, almost like a slinky coming out of the pelvis. On your next inhalation, stand on up. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale here. Beautiful. Exhale to here. Inhale, the arms up over the head. Look up. Exhale, come into a standing forward bend again. From here, take the fingertips to the ground. Walk the feet wide again. Walk the feet wide. Walk the hands away from the pelvis, pressing the hands into the ground, almost again like you're doing downward facing dog. Walk the hands back. Shimmy the feet toward each other. Grab the elbows this time. Go ahead and elongate the spine, and then just feel like you fold over your legs. On the exhalation, release the elbows, bend the knees, take the hands on top of the thighs. Again, this gentle press has such a grounding action for the body. On your next inhalation, go ahead and stand on up. All right, everyone, let's come on to all fours. So from all fours, everyone, just have your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Have your feet about hip width distance apart. We're going to turn the toes under. We're going to lift the pelvis, and we're going to come back into a bent-legged downward facing dog. And really using those hands to help elongate the spine. Keep the knees slightly bent. And then just pedal the legs one at a time, straightening the right leg, straighten the left leg. Straightening the right leg, bending the left leg. Just go back and forth. From here, come down to all fours again. So take a moment just to inhale and exhale softly. We're going to do that a couple more times with a few variations. So again, inhaling, exhaling, turning the toes under, lifting the pelvis, elongating the spine. Open up the back of those legs. If your heels don't touch the ground, don't worry about it. Just continue to elongate the spine. Feel like the thighs are being pulled back towards the wall behind you. This time, walk your hands to your feet. Hands to your feet. Grab the big toes if that's available. If that's not available, you can grab your ankles, you can grab your shins, or you could even do half of a standing forward bend. But for those who can, grab the big toes. Feel like you elongate the spine again and just fold over your legs. Elbows come apart. Legs grounded, spine elongating and smooth. Beautiful. On an inhalation, just roll on up. Let's step our right foot forward, everybody. Let's step our left foot back. So we're going to do intense side stretch. And the back foot is turned in 45 degrees. So look at your back foot. Make sure the back foot's turned in 45 degrees. The front foot is turned out 90 degrees. Take your hands to your pelvis. And from here, just a gentle push of the thumbs on top of the buttocks downwards. So the back leg is rooted and strong. From here, just feel like you lift your chest any amount. Soft gaze, fold over that front leg, hands to the ground. If you need to, you could use blocks, or you could just take both hands on the front shin. But the back leg is rooted. And then from here, just release the torso to the inside of the right leg. On an inhalation, lengthen the spine. Good, and then come on up. Let's do the other side. Let's turn the right foot in, turn the left foot out. Again, the back foot is turned in 45 degrees. The front foot is turned out 90 degrees. If your hips are tight, you can step that right foot towards the side of your mat a little bit so that it gives a little bit of room and space in the hips. Again, thumbs on top of the buttocks. Pressing the top of the buttocks down, just a gentle lift to the chest, but a soft gaze from the eyes. Beautiful. And from there, go ahead and spill forward all the way down, fingertips to the ground, to the blocks, to your knee, your shin, your ankle. Root the back leg so the back leg becomes strong, and then release the torso in between the inside of the left foot, the left leg. Beautiful. Inhale, lengthen the spine, come all the way up. Turn your left foot in, let's step your feet together. Let's sit down. So there's standing forward bends, there's seated forward bends. These are considered cooling poses, not cooling for thermodynamics, but cooling for the nervous system. So the staff pose is one of the poses that we would do. We're going to do a little movement sequence here. Sometimes it's called the core sequence. And so just sitting in staff pose, thumbs to the side, hands to the side, using the press of the hands to actually aid the lift of the chest. But the gaze is downwards between the ankles and soft. Here, let's bring the soles of the feet together in cobbler's pose. Now this is called cobbler's pose because it was believed that the cobblers actually sat like this, and they would put the shoes here, and they would sew the shoes like this right here, right between their feet, right on their feet. Good, go ahead and grab the insides of the knees now, spread the legs wide, come into a seated wide angle forward, and again from here, the hands and the arms assist the length of the spine, but the gaze is soft, about 5 or 6 feet in front of you and downwards. Okay, grab the knees again, bring the soles of the feet together again, come back to cobbler's pose. Okay, grab the knees now, bring the knees together, and just feel like you lean back. And just lift the feet off the ground, just look over your toes. And then extend the legs back out into staff pose. Good, soles of the feet together again. Good, legs wide again. And really, can we flush out the back of the legs so there's more contact of the back of the legs into the ground as the spine elongates. Good, soles of the feet together again. Knees together, good, lift the toes. This time, for those who can, just feel like you extend your legs. And then you bend your legs. And you extend your legs. And just keep a nice soft gaze, bend the legs. Good, extend the legs. Good, and staff pose. Let's move a little quicker now. Soles of the feet together. Good, legs apart. Good, soles of the feet together. Good, knees together, lift the feet. So any variation, straight legs, bent legs, soft gaze, soles of the feet together. Good, come back into staff pose. From here, let's bring the legs wide again. Pick the pelvis up. Good, flush the back of the legs out, really elongating the back of those legs. And then from here, just begin to walk the fingertips forward, any amount, any amount. Keep the spine long, keep the spine long. Keep opening up the back of those legs. You can even take your hands together here and just smell the stress away. Good, soles of the feet together again. And really bring those heels as close into the body as you can. And then extend the legs out. So let's grab our toes. If the toes are not available, you can always use a strap as well. So a prop can be used here like this, or sometimes people will just grab the ankles or grab the shins. I'm going to use the strap today for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to grab a hold of the strap. I'm going to loop my hands around the strap. And I'm going to gently pull as I elongate my spine. Beautiful. Soft gaze again, everyone. Super soft gaze. Exhale, fold over those legs as the elbows come apart. And then release the head down between the legs. If you can grab a hold of the feet, then do so. On an inhalation, come on back up. Lean back, everybody. Just lean back. Just pick up and cross your legs. Keep the gaze soft. And just a couple of times, just cross the legs back and over in front of each other. The simple movements, simple mindfulness movements. And that's really what yoga is about. Good, extend the legs. This time, one more time, feet apart. I'm going to take my strap. I'm just going to loop it around my right foot. I'm going to turn from my belly, not from the head and the neck. I'm going to turn from my belly, and then I'm going to turn and just face that right foot. And then as gracefully as possible, just lengthening the spine and folding forward any amount. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up. Just remove your strap. Take the strap around the left foot. So first thing I do is I elongate my spine. Oh, feels so good this morning to do that. On an exhalation, just folding forward any amount. Folding forward any amount. On an inhalation, remove the strap and come back up. So let's grab our lavender now. We're going to close out with a very beautiful restorative posture. It's called constructive rest. If you have a blanket, you can put it on one section of your mat. If you don't worry about it. I'm going to take a drop of lavender and place it on my left hand. Gently rub my hands together. I'm going to spin around so that the soles of my feet are on the blanket, but my heels are on the ground. And this is what creates the grounding action. I'm going to go ahead and lean back, lay back down. Let my knees come together. Take the thumbs to the occipital ridge and just gently elongate it out of there. And then from here, just once you get it on the ground, knees together, just create your sentence again. With a deep appreciation for our founder, Gary, and all his efforts to bring you the finest essential oils in the world. Beautiful. And once you've done that, just go ahead and let your hands rest on your lower belly. And let's all just take a minute just to feel the rise and fall of our hands as we breathe in and out naturally. Beautiful. On your next exhalation, just raise the right arm above your head. You bring your knees into your chest, rolling over to your right side. Letting the head be the last thing to rise. Use your arms to help you come up and just do a simple cross-legged position. The beautiful things about these mindfulness practices is that they can be done over and over and over again. And Sacred Space is an arena where we're sharing these wonderful practices with you to help me stay grounded, focused, alert, and attentive. And we really appreciate you joining us today. If you have children, you're really going to want to tune in tomorrow because Stacy Van is on deck and she's going to be teaching a kids class. So bring your children along, and thank you so much for joining us in this mindfulness practice today. We greatly appreciate you. Thank you and have a great day.